Welcome back, everyone. We are going to cover page 6 in Standard of Excellence today. So the next 2 pages of exercises in your book are actually intended to be played with the full band. So this is something, if we're all playing with the same steady beat, you could actually collaborate with a friend and play along together. If you have another flute playing friend, they would be able to do this with you. If you have a clarinet, trumpet, trombone, saxophone, percussion playing friend, any of them would be able to play along with these with you as well. So we'll start with that D, just a review of everything here, and then we'll start on that note. So remembering to sit nice and tall. We've got our legs pointed slightly off to one side so that we can twist back to look at the stand directly, since we do have more space here. So getting that nice great space between our shoulders and the flute, and then making sure that everything is nice and relaxed and we're balancing on those 3 points. So that right hand thumb, left hand index finger, and then the chin, okay? So as a refresher, D is the left hand thumb, middle finger, and ring finger, and then right hand, first finger, middle finger, ring finger. Okay, so we're going to start with that D, and we're going to get a great breath before we start. So remembering to inhale the word Hawaii, if that helps you, and then thinking of that really relaxed ooh embouchure, and thinking of that bulldog face too if you need to, just to stay super relaxed. So D, 1, 2, ready. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Good. So then this is review. We've done C before. So C is just the left hand first finger, right hand pinky. Make sure, especially with this note, that we're balancing really well, and then those fingers just get to lightly press down on the keys. We want to make sure that they're not holding on to the instrument, right? So C, once more. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Good. So then exercise 3 is going to combine those 2 notes for us. So before we start, just practice D to C, remembering that we're picking up every other finger from the D to the C, and then from C to D, putting it back down. So C, everything else goes back down. C to D. Good. And I'm tapping my foot along with these exercises just to keep a steady beat. You can try doing the same thing to make sure that we're really holding those notes for the full value. So number 3, 1, 2, good breath. Great. So that brings us then to review of B flat. So we've seen this note a lot already. Nice and simple, just the left hand thumb and first finger, right hand first finger and pinky. So just play that, and then we're going to jump to page 39 like your book says. So exercise 4, 1, 2, ready. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Good. So that's a nice, easy B flat. So I'm setting my flute down on a flat surface, and I'm going to jump then to page 39, which is a 4A and a 4B. So these are combining the notes that we have done already on that page in your book. So let's try 4A, and you'll notice they are tied together, your first two notes. So a tie just means that you're holding that note through, and it's basically gaining that amount of time. So instead of just 4 beats, we are holding for 8 beats here. So let's try 4A. And what note are we starting on? D. Good job. So here we go on that D. 1, 2, ready. 2, 3, 4. Big breath. Good. So then the next one also has lines over the notes, but you'll notice that they're changing. So when the pitch changes, that's what we call a slur. So that means that we are not using the tongue to differentiate as we switch notes. We're just using that same air stream. So really your air is going for 8 beats, but each note name is only going for 4. So B flat holds for 4 counts, C holds for 4 counts, but your air does not break between those two. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. So nice and easy, let's try exercise 4B here. So big breaths before each of these. 1, 2. Big breath. And big breath again. Good job. So with that, let's jump back then to page 6. All right, so page 6, number 5, mix them up. So we're just going to start moving those notes around, just like what we were just doing with those extended exercises. So number 5, starting on which note? Good, it's a D. Ready? So number 5, 1, 2, ready. Move to C. B flat next. Then C. Good. So you'll notice I'm saying the note names in the rest, so I know where I'm going. And I like to change my fingering in the rest as well, but I think saying the notes out loud will also help you to understand which note you're actually reading on the page. So let's try that with number 6. So I want you to say the note name out loud, and I will say it as well. So this one starts on C. So number 6. 1, 2, ready. B flat. D. C. Good. And if you're having any trouble with any of these, make sure you just go back and do that same exercise one more time, maybe a little bit slower, just so that you can really get the right fingering combination. All right, so last one on this page, number 7. Before we do this, let's actually go through and say the note names and finger them first. So we start on B flat, and then we move to C. From C, we go to D, and from D, we go back to B flat. Okay, so B flat, C, D, B flat. All right, so still try to say the note names between everything, but I think knowing where you're headed is usually a really good plan. All right, so number 7, band on parade. 1, 2, breathe. 2, C. D. B flat. Good job. That concludes page 6 in Standard of Excellence.